guys!
Howdy!
What's up and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing our January TBR.
And goals.
And our goals for the 2021 year. I kind of forget that we're in 2021 because we've been in hell for so long. Bum, bum,
Da 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 bum bum da.
Anyway, so to start off this video, let's go ahead and get started with our goals. So Monique, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Okay,
so my goals, a harsher critic. I
Oh.
want to be tougher, you know?
I like that.
Maybe not harsher, but just be tougher. Like, I feel like I like everything I read, but that's not really, it's just kind of how I pick books. I pick books that I know I'm going to like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that I, just kind of work on
Diversifying maybe a little bit, picking things that you might not like but
That-
want to try,
or just just saying something wasn't as good as I think it is, or like
I love that goal for you.
Yeah.
Because when we were talking about worst books of 2020 and you couldn't think of a book, I was like, no. We read so many, not bad books, but like
yes. So I didn't read a book like that, but I'm sure I did. I just need to figure out,
maybe you should do like an individual like rating scale and be like, okay, plot summary that, and then average it.
I have a journal that I've just been writing like my basic review in, but maybe I'll make it more detailed.
That'd be cool.
I don't know why I said detailed. Detailed. Anyway, so yes, that's my one goal, and then I have another goal where it's going to be more mood reading, which is kind of different than what I just said. But I do want to not have such a strict TBR. So like if I feel like I'm not liking something, I want to DNF more things. So I think that will help me mood read better.
Yes.
So like I'm like, if I'm not feeling this, then I shouldn't force myself to read it. So those are kind of like complementary goals. DNF more and then more mood reading. I think doing that will
make sense.
Yes. Doing those things complementary work together.
I'm a champion of DNFing. Like we all know.
We have so much time in a day. Why?
Waste
unless it's like a booktube, unless it's like a book club.
Yeah.
And even then, I feel like you can still say I didn't like it. But at least I trying hardest to get through my book club books. And then I think we both want to, but I also want to try and hit the Goodreads goal this year.
Yeah.
We didn't make one last year. Yes, that's also a goal of mine. And I think that's it. Did I write anything? Oh, I'm going to be reading more sci-fi. I'm really excited to be more sci-fi because if y'all don't know, I love The Expanse.
Oh, I was like...
like, I know everyone's like, oh, Star Trek and whatever, but The Expanse truly is top tier level television. Apparently it's a book series. I'm late to the game. It's in my Amazon cart. I know, sorry, but I'm buying it so I can have it immediately. I can't wait to read Leviathan Wakes by James Corey.
That's great. I love that for you. Like, you're trying something that you know you're probably gonna like, and maybe that will open the door for other sci-fi things. That's really great.
Yes.
That's
and I have a lot other sci-fi things on my list, so I'm excited about that.
Cool.
And those are my 2021 goals.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. We are not in 2020 any longer. Thank God.
What about you?
Just want to take a nice long sip of that real quick. Okay, so for my 2021 goals, the first on the list is keeping up with my Goodreads. So last year, I really just...
You can say it. Go ahead.
I think I did like maybe 2 reviews, and I put a lot of that on Monique because we take turns doing different things for our channel, and editing takes a lot of time. But this year I am going to really keep up with Goodreads because it's not fair to Monique. And I want to get my opinion out there about the books that I'm reading, especially since we're diversifying our own TBRs. We're not reading the same things every month, so I just want to be able to keep up with that. Also, I bullet journal, so I'm going to incorporate that into my bullet journal so it's easier for me to reference back and just be like, okay, gave that book a 4-star. This is how I felt. Blah-dee-dee-da-dee. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Yes. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So that's my number 1 goal for this year. And then the other 3 kind of go hand in hand. It's like...
Hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
That's a perfect way to describe something. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you. Anyway, it's going to be reading more of blank. So it's going to be reading more of diverse authors, reading more diverse stories, and reading more genres. They're all kind of the same thing, but You could take them out individually and just do them all individually, but I'm going to be combining them all and just having different genres because I feel like I don't read a lot of horror thriller, mystery thrillers. I feel like I read a pretty good amount of diverse stories and diverse authors last year compared to the amount of books I even read, but I just want to up that count a little bit more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my goals, my individual goals for 2021. So as far as our channel, we do have our Goodreads goal, which Monique just mentioned. We are going to be reading 8 books a month, so that levels out to 192 books this year.
Total combined.
192 books combined.
8 books per person.
Yes. So without further ado, let's get into our January TBR. Starting off with our book club books. So Monique is in a book club that she's been in for a while now.
Yeah, it's pretty much like an industry book club. It's not secret, but it's just like a lot of like entertainment assistants read together in a book club. And so we haven't actually picked it yet, so I'm not even sure if it's going to be in January, but just in case, I'm going to be reading Mexican Gothic or The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I think that's the person's name.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then, yeah, those are the 2 options for that book club.
Cool. And then we are going to be also both reading The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, which is going to be for the Sugar and Spice Book Club with our 2 friends, Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner and Amanda from Ginger Snapped Read. So I think Monique has already actually finished that book, but I have yet to start it.
I'm reading the bonus book as well.
The second book?
Yeah, Wild at Heart. It's on hold at the library,
So she'll be reading that too. But yeah, so we're reading that for their book club. It's gotten a lot of rave reviews. I know Caroline has talked about it.
It was her idea, I think.
Oh yeah, and she's going to be the guest on the book club for this month. So those are our 2 book club books that we're going to be reading this month. And then do you want to go into your books for the readathon?
All right, so the first readathon that we're participating in is a Bookworms New Year readathon. We found out about it from Noelle. She's one of the hosts along with a few other people. Let me see if I can find it.
Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages, if you guys are looking for the channel name.
Mindy's Book Journey, Literary Lizzie, and David's Book Reviews are also the other hosts. And it's very, very chill. Like, it's literally a month-long readathon.
It's also, I think, like a bingo board. So you basically just fill out whatever prompts that you're going to be doing.
We'll have it here somewhere, maybe. And yeah, so I'm aiming for 3 for this
readathon.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing a book you meant to read in 2020, top of your TBR, and a debut novel. And it's like a
diagonal.
A diagonal. So for a book you meant to read in 2020, I'm doing. You guys have seen this book a few times. I want to read this.
I'm still waiting to finish it.
It just never has been the right time. So I'm going to read it this
Make yourself
month.
Read it.
Because I was supposed to read it months ago. So that's the first one.
LOL.
Top of my TBR, I'm also going to be reading Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I'm probably going to finish this first, to be honest. I know I just said the other one was first, but Get a Life, Chloe Brown will be the first one.
Because now you're a romance hoe.
Because they're just so cute. You can read them in literally a day or 2.
Get a Life, Chloe Brown is so quick, too, if you just sit and read it.
And then for the debut novel, I'm going to be reading The Sympathizer by Viet Van Nguyen, I think is how you say his name. It's going to be about a general who was in the Vietnam War and has to like move to the LA. It's kind of like a spy novel, touches on politics.
Sounds right up your alley.
Exactly. So I'm excited to read it. This is my first time hearing about it, but...
Alright, and I didn't realize this, but I'm actually going to be doing the same exact diagonal as Monique. So for my debut novel, I'm going to be reading The Paper Magician by Charlie N. Holmberg. For the top of my TBR, I'm going to be reading Kingdom of the Wicked. I forget the author's name, but I'm going to put it up here. And then I'm also going to be reading A Court of Thorns and Roses because I am trying to read all of these books before the new book comes out next month. So I may also be reading another Sarah J. Maas this month, but we'll see. It's going to be at the very, very end of my TBR for this month, but we'll see at the end if I get to it. But yeah, so those are going to be my 3 books for Noelle's readathon. And then I just realized I'm actually going to be in another book club this month. It is the book club run by Morgan from Morgan's Chaotic World. They're reading Kingdom of the Wicked, and that is why I put that in my TBR for this month.
So yeah. And so then we're doing another readathon that we're hosting.
This is the first readathon we've ever hosted.
So, be nice to us.
If you guys are participating too, thank you so much because Wow. Also hosted by our friends on BookTube. So Morgan from Morgan's Chaotic World, Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads, and Nat from Nerdy Nat Reads. And basically, if you haven't seen our Scooby Doo announcement video, I'll link it up in the cards. But we are all a character from Scooby Doo, and we are reading to fulfill some prompts for our readathon. So for Scooby and Shaggy, our prompts are pretty basic and simple. The first prompt is about best friends. The second prompt is about a prominent animal or animal in the book. And the third prompt is about an underdog character. So for the first prompt about best friends, I'm going to be reading My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrick. I was recommended this by Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads. She read it, loved it, said it was a wild and crazy ride. But basically, it's about two best friends in the 80s. One of them goes through like some kind of experience and starts acting a little funky, like maybe she's possessed, and it's about them trying to get through it together as friends. The second book on my TBR for this readathon is The Sandman, The Dream Hunters by Neil Gaiman. This is a graphic novel. I've never actually read a Neil Gaiman before, but essentially what happens is there are two characters, the fox and this, I think he's a magician or man, something like that. They have some sort of like romantic relationship. So we'll see how that goes. That is going to be the prompt for the prominent animal character. And then the last book that I'm going to be reading is Red Rising, which I've had on my TBR for a while. I want to knock it out. I'm actually really excited. But this is going to be the underdog character. And what I've heard is that this is basically the Hunger Games, but set on Mars and for adults. So Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages loved this book. She was like crying at the end of it. So I've also heard a lot of people say it's heart-wrenching, every single one of these books. So we'll see. I'm ready.
It's a series?
Yeah, it's a saga. I think it started out as a trilogy and now it's like 5 or 6 books, something like that. But yeah, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. We are doing it this month. Woo!
Nice.
I'm so excited for my TBR.
And then for my best buds, I'm reading Sula by Toni Morrison. Just about like two best friends and they're kind of opposites and how they, you know, continue friendship through life. Then for my animal book, I'm reading Animal Farm. It's also going to be a graphic novel. It's the graphic novel version, and that's by George Orwell. And then for my underdog book, I'm going to be reading The Sympathizer. So.
Oh, cool. Doubling up a little bit.
Yeah.
I did want to also mention I am going to be reading 2 books for the extra challenges on the Scooby Doo Readathon. So one of them is Circe by Madeline Miller. This is going to be fulfilling the witchy kind of like Hex Girls prompt. That is something about magic. I actually have no idea what this is about. I think it's literally just about the story of Circe. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I love Greek mythology. I just read the Percy Jackson series last month. I am like on a mythology kick. So I'm going to knock through this book for that challenge. And I am also going to be reading No Exit for the thriller / like horror challenge, extra challenge. Basically about a girl who is going home, I believe from college, and she's going to go see her sick mom or her dying mother. And she pulls off on an exit during a storm, realizes that there is a girl trapped in a cage in the back of a car, and chaos ensues from there because she feels like there's no exit from this horrible situation. Like I said, I'm going to be reading more horror thrillers, mystery thrillers this year, so that'll fulfill that.
We're also a group read for the Scooby Doo Readathon, which is going to be One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm excited to read that.
Yeah, basically like a Breakfast Club mystery.
The mystery game.
Murder mystery.
Yep.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be reading for that. And then last but not least, I'm going to be finishing Clanlands by Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish. I started this last month, and as you guys know, if you watched our last video, I didn't finish it, so I'm just gonna finish it. I'll be able to show you guys more at the end of the month.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. That is our TBR for January, as well as our 2021 goals for this year. I feel like we set some pretty attainable goals.
I agree.
Like, they're pretty much basic B goals.
Absolutely.
Like, we are gonna crush it.
Sorry.
2021.
Crushing it.
Like, I know we said 2020 was gonna be the year, and not like we, but like literally the whole entire world.
Because it was a nice round number.
Yeah, we were like 2020, like clear vision, you know, like so stupid. But 2021 really is gonna be the year for us.
I'm excited.
Me too. Anyway, so if you guys made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop one of your 2021 goals down in the comments below. And like always, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video if you feel so inclined to do so. that's your send-off? I agree.
I agree with everything.
Captain Falcon. Anyway, that's from Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers. My gamers will know. Anyway, so without further ado, we are going to end this video and wrap it up. So we'll see you guys later.
Bye.